Hi everyone, my name is Mac and welcome back to our 43rd episode of Highlights from the Permanent Collection. We remain in the Eisenstadt this week to talk about Guy Wiggins, an American artist known for his paintings of New York and Connecticut.
Guy Wiggins was born on February 23, 1883, in Brooklyn, New York, to an acclaimed landscape painter named Carlton Wiggins, who served as his son's first art teacher. The family frequented the Old Lyme Art Colony in Connecticut, where his father would eventually settle. Guy studied with artists in the Old Lyme Colony who were developing a new version of Impressionism, combining both French traditions and American techniques. He would take these lessons throughout his entire career. Though he had quite a knack for painting, Wiggins first studied architecture at the Polytechnic Institute in Brooklyn, but then transferred to the National Academy of Design, where he would study painting under William Merritt Chase and Robert Hinrye. He quickly began gaining recognition, and by the time he was only 20 years old, one of his paintings had made its way into the Metropolitan Museum of Art, making him the youngest artist in the entire permanent collection. It was only right because much of his impressionistic artwork was centered around the winter months of New York City. By the year 1919, he was elected to full membership in the National Academy of Design and received many awards, including the Norman Harris Bronze Medal from the Art Institute of Chicago. Throughout his life, he would spend time traveling to England, where he had met his wife, in Connecticut at the Old Lyme Colony, and in New York City. Through Wiggins' work, we can see a progression of New York. Beginning in the late 1700s and early 1800s, the city began rapidly growing and has basically never stopped. It became an epicenter for immigrants, trade, extreme wealth, and extreme poverty in comparison. The growth of the city is shown partly through the transition from horse and carriage to Ford automobiles, amongst other aspects, all with some of the most iconic city sites, many of which he visited again and again and again, his most frequent being Fifth Avenue, Wall Street, Washington Square Park, and the New York Public Library, which is the star of our piece here at the Dishman. The artist died while vacationing in St. Augustine, Florida on April 25, 1962, but his works are in the permanent collections of the Metropolitan Museum of Art, the Art Institute of Chicago, the Brooklyn Institute of Art, the National Gallery of Art in Washington, D.C., and many more public and private collections. Guy Wiggins' legacy was also continued by his son, named Guy Wiggins, who would become a painter, joining as a third-generation legacy in his family. Though his father, who was impacted from the Great Depression, often reminded him that it would not always pay the bills, he urged him to pick up painting as a hobby. After retirement at the age of 55, the son would pick up painting full-time, taking classes at the National Academy of Design, just like his father, selling paintings for high prices at auctions, and even being used on Cartier's annual Christmas card. He worked until his death at 100 years old just last year. All three Wiggins men were members of the Salmagundi Club, which showed the three generations of artwork in an exhibition in 2011.
We hope you enjoyed learning a little bit more about Guy Wiggins and his family of painters, and we hope to see you next time.